After our adventures in the summer on the South Downs Way, we felt like we hadn't completed it. We went from Winchester all the way to Brighton Pier. We wanted to go back out and finish the last bit that we hadn't really done. But this time we wanted to take our Nana with us. So the boys and me and Nana, we headed out to Brighton to pick up the pier again and head back out onto the trail. It was going to be a 3-day adventure. Just really looking forward to spending some good time together, being out there on the trail and amongst nature. So our last adventure ended here at this pier, getting donuts. We wanted to start here, back with the donuts, hoping to get to Eastbourne and continue the trend of donuts on piers. So we are off. They're all here. We're on our 3-day adventure. Day 1, we are walking 4 miles along Brighton, heading to South Downs Way YHA. Pick up the South Downs Way ready for tomorrow. It's done. Hey Django's wave. Whee! Then this pathway here led us along the cliff line, and it was a lot of danger of falling rocks, so we were a bit cautious as we were travelling along here. Didn't want to stay too long, and also there was nowhere to sit down. Everything was covered in this chalky rain, mud stuff, which kind of getting us soaked in. Felt like it was time to come off that path, get away from the chalky mud, have a rest, and just assess what we're going to do next.
I'm Django. And I'm Phoenix. And this is our journey from Brighton to Eastbourne.
So finally, after walking through a lot of towns and through a lot of houses, we finally picked up some countryside, and we weren't quite on the South Downs Way here, but we are happy to be in the countryside. Last of the hills as well for the day, so it was nice to just push through. Definitely time for a break and to show Nana how we make hot drinks when we're out on the trail with our jet boil. We had hot chocolates and tea and coffee and Horlicks for Nana. Really lovely to be able to take in the views from up here finally, and we were a good 6 miles in here. And what you can see in this shot is Django's actually wearing some gloves, brand new gloves that I got him, and I said to him, I hope you can get these gloves to last longer than a day, Django, and not lose them. And you can see in the shot, he hasn't got the gloves on. So he lost the gloves within about 20 minutes. Luckily, we went down this hill. He just mentions it. Oh, I gave you my gloves, Daddy. I was like, no, you didn't. I don't remember you doing that. And Phoenix ran off and he found the gloves, and it was saved. But yeah, it got a good 20 minutes out of him before he lost them for the first time. And we'd done it. It was getting dark, but we finally hit the South Downs Way. After our adventures in summer, it was great to be back on the trail and seeing the signpost for the South Downs Way, something that we just really wanted to complete. We were super late getting here. You can't see on the shot, it's actually quite dark, and we pulled in to the YHA, had a nice meal, and then we're playing cards together until it was time for ready for bed. So day 2 here at the South Downs Way, time to get some breakfast and to assess whether Nana was actually going to walk with us that day. We didn't know if she was going to bail or not.
Hey, welcome. We're on day 2 now. We're doing 8 miles to Alfriston, and the weather's looking good. We're just packing up.
So somehow we are getting away with the weather. It is sunny today, which is not how the weather was planned, so that's good news. We are worried about Nana. She nearly bailed on us this morning. There's a train station very close, so she thought about it. So the plan is, got 8 miles to do today. Got a big hill first, so we're going to get that done and see how we get on. But yeah, it should be a nice, easier day today. But yeah, Nana's struggling. See how we get on.
We're good to go, yeah. Knees not hurting so much. Just elbow and hip now. But the view is amazing and the sun is out and everything's good.
So up ahead was something that none of us really experienced, was a big herd of cows in the way. We'd had sheep before and they just moved out of the way, but cows, these ones started approaching us. It did get quite scary at one point. They did seem to be sort of putting their hooves down and sort of marching towards us, but luckily they just moved. They just sort of stayed where they were, and it wasn't too bad. But it was a bit touch and go.
We've got a broom, so maybe we could
Then it was time to impress Nana with our food selection. We bought fresh pasta, which I cooked in jet boil, and with some grated cheese, and then we all ate like kings at the top of the mountain. After following the weather for the week leading up to our adventure, it was meant to rain a lot. We'd taken a lot of wet weather gear with us, and then to be up here, right up on the ridgeline, and just with the weather was just incredible. We just were taking it in. We were taking it slowly because we knew we had good weather, and then it did start to rain, but it wasn't too bad. We've got these amazing rainbows, just absolutely stunning. Big circle rainbows right in front of us, double ones as well.
So right now, over there, on the other side of the world, there's a rainbow.
So this was the calm before the storm. We were about half an hour away from Alfriston, and it started to rain, and it was all downhill quite sharply. And Phoenix decided to march on. I said to him, if you see the pub we're going to, you go ahead and you can get dry, you stay in there. And as he marched off, it really opened up. And so I rushed off down the hill to meet up with him, but I couldn't see him anywhere when we got down there. There was about 2 minutes of absolute panic, like where is he? And so when Nana got down the hill, we were absolutely delighted to find a pub where we could eat and drink and relax out of what turned out to be quite a big rainstorm.
Northern Carolina.
And then the surprise for us all was when we got to our place where we were staying in, the pub we were staying in, there was a bath, which we were not expecting. So we all had baths, got into bed and watched Bake Off, which was a really nice way to end the day. So we're out on day 3. We stayed at the Smuggler. Well, actually we got caught in the rain. So we were at the George Inn, and then we were staying at the Smuggler's Inn. Nice beds. Got very early night for the kids. I didn't quite. And now we've got the big day, which is, we think, about 13 miles. Oh, knee slip. But it really rained overnight, like really rained. So everything is muddy. and we're a bit covered in mud. We're slipping on the mud. So we're just trying to push through. We think there's a car park about another couple of K. We'll have a good stop and assess where we are. But yeah, it's going good so far. The weather looks like it's going to hold out. Really rained overnight, but looks like it should hold out for today, so that's good news. Oh yeah.
That's quite famous, that thing.
We're in the forest now. It should be much easier. One thing is there's mud, so it's going to be a little bit weak. On the last day, it shouldn't be bad, but the look is good. So we'll see about that.
So at this point we're about 4 miles in to what would be a 14-mile day, and we didn't quite know that it was going to be as hard as it was going to be. We knew it was Seven Sisters, we knew it was along the coast, but it was quite full on. It was huge up and downs, and they just seemed to not stop. It was quite relentless. The weather was just absolutely on our side at this point. It was still as anything. There was not any wind. The sun was out. It was just so, it must be so unusual for that time of year. In between 2 days of rain and storms, somehow we've just absolutely lucked out at this point with the weather, and Nana was just determined as ever to just push on and get it done. Views were just incredible, and as usual it's just almost impossible to get it in video and show you how incredible it was, but the sun was just hitting the cliffs in such a beautiful way, and we were just loving walking, but it was tough going at this point. Probably overstretched ourselves by a couple of miles, and we hadn't even finished yet. And there's Beachy Head, the lighthouse, very famous lighthouse, and we thought we were quite close to the end, but we definitely were not. At this point we really thought we were getting close, and we felt like we were getting close, and eventually it opened up and there was Eastbourne in the distance. We could even see the pier. We were losing the light fast. We really wanted to get our photo at the 100 sign, and there it was. Very exciting. Unfortunately, by the time we got to the pier, the donut shop was shut, which was very upsetting, but we did get to the end. We did get to the pier, and that was definitely at the end of our Southdown Way adventure.